Hey everybody, good morning. It's Javon Montague, and Montague Travels, Mecca Madness, all of my other Instagram accounts and personalities. This week's been kind of rough. Let's start off with what went great with this week. I rescued a puppy on Wednesday, the 29th. Got to meet a puppy that was lost and needed some help and get it to the Louisiana SPCA. Cute little guy. Go to my Instagram. He's all over the Instagram. And if no one claims him, he's ours. My mom, my wife, and I have been praying for a puppy to have around the house to, bring some new life into the home. And that was the most beautiful 3 hours of my life. The short story with him is I almost ran him over. And I got out of the car, did what I needed to do, and then came outside of the house. And he was like still lounging around, digging through trash. He was super skinny. He's a Dotson mini mix or something. Um, To switch gears, I lost a really dear, close, personal friend, Cliff Bland, one of the owners of Dragon's Lair Comics, Fredericksburg Medical Center location in San Antonio, Texas. And it hurts because when I first met Cliff, he never thought about owning his own business. And I was just in the beginning of my teaching career, and I said, I want to have a business where I can travel to Japan every year. Cliff's One of Cliff's jokes was, "You're not going to Japan. You're gonna go find you a waifu and never come back." And I'm like, "Nah, I already got somebody I want to marry," and I married her. But Cliff started building up the confidence to own and run Dragon's Lair, not just as a assistant manager or a store manager or have you, or not. He actually built himself into the position of store owner through his own trials, tribulations, success, reaching out to different investors, having co-owners, and what have you, whatnot. And for years since 2017, and just before I launched my first group trip, he wanted to go to Japan, but he was terrified of flying. And the only information I want to share of what I know is that I was told he was going through depression. So with Montague Travels and a new focus that I have, and yeah, I'm at work, and yeah, it's quiet today. It's Friday. I want you all to know that um, any profit I make in the next 5 years is going to go towards treating depression for people that say they can't afford it. It's heartbreaking. It's tragic. It's hard. I personally have suffered from depression from the loss of my grandparents when I was a young kid to losing my mom in 1998 when I was a freshman in college. And I'm not depressed now. I have a beautiful support network. I have great friends everywhere: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and I can be an advocate for people that are suffering grief and the loss of family members and mentor. But the decision that I made personally is that I'm going to start launching retreat trips for people that, if Japan's their bucket list, if any country's their bucket list, and see about making sure that we fight depression. And sometimes the best way to fight depression is to leave where you're at. Um, a lot of people tease me because I always talk about Japan. My students have teased me for decades now, talking about Japan. Japan is my escape because it gives me a sense of adventure. It gives me a sense of completeness. It gives me a sense of hopeful abandon. And I know hopeful and abandon sounds like an oxymoron, a double negative. It's hopeful abandon is when you've abandoned everything that's so close to you, you can't see the forest for the trees, and it gives you that moment of reflection to look back at what's bothering you, to dig deeper into yourself, to start building up the trenches and getting ready for when you get off the plane to push through it. Like every time I get off the plane at LAX, I'm angry I'm not in Japan. But then I realize I have stuff to do here. I have people that matter to me, people that need me, and people that I'm responsible to. So, with the passing of Cliff Bland, the rescuing of a puppy, making a great impression with the nonprofit I'm currently working for, and everything else going on in life, I'm happy to say that I want to help those who need help. So if anyone's watching this and it's like you have a bucket list, you're blue, you're sad, you want to just get on a plane and go somewhere with someone who's been through what you're going through, by all means, hit me up. Love you all. One love. And be blessed this weekend. Saints are off this weekend. Oops. Yeah, we just beat up on the Cardinals. Now I need something to do. Oh, Sunday. Work. All right. Love y'all. Peace and have a beautiful Friday. And yes, yes, yes. I'm wearing my other Battletech shirt. House Davian. Hunter Green.